Welcome to Menu Planning Saturday. And we finished the first week back to school for teachers and survived, lived to tell the tale as we go back into the routine. And then this coming Monday, we start up homeschool again. My goal of homeschooling over the summer didn't happen the way I wanted this past summer because of all of the medical appointments and things like that. So while they didn't get book learning, they got some life skills of watching me call doctors and make appointments and going to the doctor appointments. And that's just as valuable because that's going to be their reality before they know it in terms of maneuvering adult life like that. But anyway, let's get into what we're going to have for dinner this week. On Monday, we are starting out strong with leftovers because we're going to do an Aldi pickup that day. And I try to keep dinner easy for those types of days. And then we have one pan pasta. Do you remember that craze when that first came out? I mean, what was that, in like the 2010s, of like one pan pasta? And I have an old Martha Stewart recipe for it. And I can't remember the last time I made it. So we're gonna go retro and have that for dinner. I have some ramen I want to use up, so we're going to do cheesy ramen casserole. I'm just not in the mood for like a ramen soup recipe, and I am a Floridian who believes we can have soup any time of year because we live in Florida. We don't wait for winter months, but I'm just not feeling soup right now. So we're gonna just make it into a pasta dish. And I know back-to-back pasta, but it's fine. I have some cans of white beans to use up, so we're going to do chicken tenders and on the side do white bean and tomato bake. And I've done it before. I tried making it be a standalone dinner and it just wasn't enough, so we're going to pair it with chicken tenders. I'm trying to get back to at least one meatless meal a week, and the one pan pasta counts for that, but it was unintentional. I purposefully sought something out, and that is pea and egg noodle casserole. It's from an Amish recipe. I'm not quite sure what makes it Amish, other than maybe it was created by someone who is or was Amish, but we're going to do that one night. This week I choose a recipe from my recipe binder. This last week was from a cookbook, so this week it's from my binder. And technically I'm still cheating because it's not originally from my binder, other than it's in there as a keepsake because it's a recipe from my mom, who got it from my aunt, her sister-in-law. And it's something I grew up with. It's a cheap meal my mom would make to stretch the dollars. And it is called, or we called it, ketchup and onions, hot dogs and ketchup. It was one of those things where if my mom just said the phrase, we knew what it meant. And it's ketchup, onions, I think some Worcestershire sauce. You lengthwise cut hot dogs, it simmers, and you serve it over white rice. And it's a type of thing where unless you grew up with it, you're not probably going to gravitate towards eating it. My daughter's okay with it as long as I get rid of a lot of the sauce and just do the hot dogs, no onions and rice. My husband is not a fan of hot dogs to begin with. He'll have leftovers. My son has ARFID and is a vegetarian. He'll eat the white rice. So it'll just be my mom and I eating the dinner as it's fully made, but it's nostalgic and it's been a while since I made it. And last, we're going to do our Sunday roast. I make an Americanized Sunday roast once a month, and that'll be this Sunday. And we're going to do lemon garlic pork tenderloin. I make it in the air fryer. And we have fried butter or butter fried green peas, creamy garlic parmesan broccoli, baked potatoes, and white bread that I make in the bread machine. And I usually also make mac and cheese for my son, and he'll eat the bread. And yeah, that's this week. And hopefully we'll survive week 2, but week 1 with back to school. And that's it. So I hope you guys are doing okay. Let me know what's on your menu, if you're making anything new, if you're making something tried and true. Share with me. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.